Family, what up? Hey, yo, listen, man. I got a special treat for you guys. I really been missing my TF2 stuff lately, man. I don't miss the game. I don't miss playing it that much. I'm not gonna lie, but I really just been missing the whole vibe, the whole family vibe that I have on this channel, baby. But I got some more stuff. Y'all see this? Whatever direction it is. Either way, that is the most successful and the most important YouTube series that I've ever done in my entire life. This game not only means a lot to me, but it has helped me a lot in my journey, man, and I'm so excited to be able to continue to do that. Now, enough of that sentimental shit, man. Let's jump straight into this video, man. I'm excited y'all rock with me with this one, man. Today we are watching how it feels to suffer in SFM, which I plan on doing one day. And make sure you stay tuned, especially if you my TF2 fam, to the end of the video where I make a special announcement about TF2. Yeah! Y'all enjoy.
So you like Halloween, huh?
No.
You like using the silly spells in Team Fortress 2? Well, so do I. But isn't Halloween supposed to be scary? Then what's with all this having a good time bullshit? Listen, man.
Hey, bruh. I hate him.
For your sake, I hope you don't do it.
Them sniper shots.
But if you really want a scary time, drop TF2 for a bit and visit its deranged cousin over in the software section. Source Filmmaker.
Is Source Filmmaker, you gotta pay for that? Bro, we back at it, baby.
This program haunts me in my dreams, and I know it's trying to kill me. But the amount of glitches I experienced while making How It Feels to Play Engineer, I'm telling you, this shit's possessed. Gather around.
Talking about old times, I gotta do it. The engineer is here, baby.
All of you, this Halloween, I have a frightful story for you. The story of the time I had to add the Wrangler to a Source Filmmaker scene. My story starts with a prayer. Please, Valve, please update Source Filmmaker so that it doesn't use a 2008 version of TF2. Why do you curse me to manually animate things as simple as picking up engineer buildings and using the Wrangler? But they only responded with Dota Counter-Strike. I didn't understand. So onwards I pressed to manually...
If you guys aren't Team Fortress people, basically, they don't give a fuck about Team Fortress. They make it too much money on those two games.
Animate the Wrangler. The Sentry Shield is simple enough. It's its own model. But this godforsaken laser! This laser has stolen so many hours of my life that I'll never get back. How, you ask? Listen to my tale of woe. I began by importing the laser, but alas, it was pink! That's not right. It needs to be red. So I Googled how to color it. Turns out that it's controlled by what I like to call Source Spaghetti. But first, a quick explanation.
Hell no.
This is a control point. It represents a point in space and can be used to move and rotate objects. Particles usually have very...
I've actually seen stuff like that before because my homie, he's not going to watch me on Twitch no more because he's got the other stuff. But he does the animations, and he sent me what's called a rig, and this is kind of what it is. You stretch it and move it and do all that shit. It's kind of cool.
Control points. Medic's beam has 2 control points, one for where the beam starts and one for where it ends. However, the Wrangler laser has this 3rd control point that controls its color? And this is where the Source Spaghetti starts. This control point's positional X, Y, and Z coordinates correspond to the laser's red, green, and blue values using a scale of -255 to +250.
Listen, 80s. I feel you, dog. It's like him and it's the other dude that Redeem used to have me reacting to, Faffel's Minion. It's something about their voices.
Which necessitates
Lazy needs
the
a
equation
podcast.
X times 2 minus 255, where X is the RGB value that you want. What? You didn't get that? That's because it makes no fucking sense! Even if you don't get it, I got it. However, no matter what I did with control point 2, the laser's color never changed! Well, I said, this isn't my first...
I'm willing to bet he's not really that calm.
Rodeo. Surely I can fix this in a jiffy, but how wrong I was. Firstly, I went into the particle editor to see if there was a color value in there. Eureka! There was! but no matter what you do to it and its surrounding values, nothing happens. Then I wondered, just a moment, the laser is pink. And when a texture is missing in source, the default replacement is pink and black. Maybe the particle's texture is missing or broken. So I asked all throughout town if someone could please lend me their version of every file related to this laser. I imported them into my directory, and it was still pink! By then, I was banging my head against
Bruh, come on now. You go ban him on Twitch.
my keyboard, and finally decided that it's time
Don't ban him from Discord. That's my guy, man.
to concede and verify the integrity of the game cache, reinstall the whole program, and deal with all the bugs that causes. But even then, it was still pink! At this point, I couldn't help but think, ha! All this wasted time being a perfectionist when I could just use a different laser. So I installed this custom laser from the workshop that is supposed to be a Star Wars blaster. It's a model instead of a particle, so it took a while to customize it. It doesn't look great, but it works, right? Wrong! When the camera looks at the laser from certain angles, it just disappears. Then I tried using this laser particle, and I don't even remember what happened with this one, but I assure you it didn't work. So we're back to this laser.
Bro, listen, man. If you don't, first off, this is a whole nother level. I can't even compete with this stuff. But if you don't understand the frustrations of fucking editing something, try it. Get back to me in 5 to 7 weeks.
Laser. After
rest my
brainstorming with
case.
other SFM villagers, I imported the laser into a different map and realized, what the fuck? Why is it blue on this map? And that's when it hit me. Every map has a different default point where things load in when they have no other point of reference. You can see here that Badwater's default point is somewhere below Red Team's spawn. It has no rhyme or reason. The Wrangler laser has been loading in and using the default point on the map for its control point 2 value. It's a different color on every map, but it doesn't change no matter what I do. So I figured, alright, my program is successfully reading the control point 2 value, but just not changing it. Alax friend, can you please take my SFM project, move control point 2 to make the laser red, and then send it back to me? He promptly sent me this in response. That's right, his computer couldn't even handle the project, so he had to make a new project that was just the laser on Badwater, which I then had to import into my project, which is its own scary, unintuitive process. But finally, here we are. It works, despite reinstalling the program, despite verifying the game's cache, despite replacing the...
I need to learn how to do that right there. Like the opacity. I know what it's called. But, yeah. That, like, opacity shit where it wipes over another clip. I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna figure it out. I bet you it's easy.
particle files out.
I'm also finna buy the full version of DaVinci Resolve very soon.
Right, my control point 2 is just irreversibly broken. My theory, there's a ghost in my machine.
If they would, it would probably make kids' brains tick so much faster if they taught them shit like this.
But hey, at least it worked eventually, right? But that's not the only thing I had to do manually. Once the sentry gun is placed, it stops being a gameplay object and just becomes part of the scene. That means that I have to manually control its shooting, which means manually adding each individual muzzle flash. That's right, I had to copy and paste like 50 sets of these muzzle flashes and then manually tell the program, this muzzle flash occurs 1/20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash
Now you know why it takes them so long to upload.
Then, after
Quality
doing
over
that,
quantity.
I have to lock each particle to the barrels of the sentry gun individually. Truly nothing comes for granted in this program. You'd think that adding Uber charge would be a simple process, but it isn't. The default Uber in SFM is broken for some reason and always flashes like it's about to end. So you have to go download some cube map fixes. Thank you so much, SFM community, and put those in the right directory. Looks
Note
good
to
to me,
self.
but what about the weapons? And the hat?
Note to self, because I'm already thinking about trying to do a video with that shit.
That's
On me!
That's right, you have to
80s, since you're the only one here, can you guess what that video would be called? If I make any Team Fortress video ever, can you guess what it would be called?
manually change every single model's material that you want to be Uber charged. And sometimes it doesn't even work. Not only is this a time-consuming process, it's semi-permanent. Since you're actually changing the files themselves, scary, you have to be super careful or else you'll be asking yourself later on, why the hell is this pyro like half Ubered here? See these buildings? They're not actually in Source Filmmaker.
Well, no. Fuck no, but it has something to do with heavy.
For some reason. They're like ghost buildings or something. I had to manually add replacement buildings myself. Nothing comes for granted in this program. But you want to get really scared this Halloween? Imagine rendering a scene you've slaved over for hours, and it comes out like this. If you ever want to get into SFM, my friend, please remember the acronym ABAF. All beards are fucked. Something about the way these things are textured doesn't mix well with SFM. Usually there's a fix for these beards on the workshop, but I guess not enough people use the grizzled growth? Anyway, at complete random, the beard will become some crazy neon color. And you want to know something funny? It uses the same color as the Wrangler laser uses via the map's default point. Isn't that funny? So what was my solution? Ha! Simple, really. If I render out the glitched frames individually, one at a time, manually, the beard is fine. Sounds simple if not time-consuming. Let's see how many I had to do. 462 individually rendered images just to fix this beard in one scene! And sometimes it's not even consistent. Here you'd think that the color is based on the beard's position, but look at this shit! It's blue in this camera, but green in this camera! Eventually, my friend, I could take no more, and I just asked the guy who fixed the Allfather if he could fix the grizzled growth, which he did! The moral of this scary beard story is, please don't be afraid to ask people for help! Oh, but friend, I've scary stories to spare. Look at this scene, simple, right? Well, this is what it used to look like! These lights are Satan! They have caused an issue in every video. For the spy video, I spent a full 10-hour day trying to get rid of these lights that would bleed through all the walls. After that day, I knew not to ever try anything with these demon-possessed lights.
It's a full beard, you know what I'm saying? No patchy shit.
But in this scene, I had to. I used a program to remove literally every light from the map, and you won't believe it! These lights are Satan! Eventually, a villager from the SFM Discord discovered that you just have to type ent_fire space env_lightglow space kill in console. What does that even mean? I'm certain that a ghost has possessed my computer, but it doesn't always make itself obvious. Sometimes the glitches are small, like the time that this blood decal's position didn't update when I played the video forward, but it worked when I played the video backward.
Oh, fuck no, bro. Hold on. My video gonna have to be real simple.
Every other frame becomes a blue mess. Definitely a ghost. And half the time I import a custom map, Source Filmmaker just breaks all its lighting. Classic ghost stuff. This one is fixable, but when even the guy making the tutorial says,
"This is the Hammer editor, and it honestly terrifies me. I can't do anything with this.
I can't."
Forgive me.
Let's say it makes me very hopeful. Of course, the program does make my life easier sometimes. Spline curves are pretty good at automating some animations, but other times they put the spirit of the devil into my characters.
Add spline curves.
Oh my god, call the exorcist! Look at this sentry. I just want it to go from this
literally the nerd emoji.
180 degree
I'm gonna edit that in there.
turn. It's simple. But for some reason, the program thinks that the most efficient way to do this is a freaking backflip! Back ye demon! Get out of my sentry gun! Thankfully, the program has a built-in stress reliever. Whenever I find myself getting exhausted, I just move the character's pelvis to the beat of whatever music I'm listening to for endless entertainment.
At least he got a little bit of rhythm.
At
least he got like a little bit of rhythm when he's moving it. when you hear lazy voice, you don't pair that up with the thought of that person having any sort of rhythm.
Gone into trying to fix every
least I don't.
little mistake and glitch in all of my videos. But since you've made it to the end of this video, I think I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There's a mistake in the engineer video, and it will probably ruin your entire perception of it.
By the way, engineer video that I did, one of my favorite thumbnails I've ever gotten.
In this scene where I build a mini sentry on this scout,
I'll show you after this.
I don't have the gunslinger equipped in the SFM animation. Ah! Hey, it's me. I have a t-shirt now. You can find a link to it. Fix mistake of it. In this scene where I build a mini sentry on this scout, I don't have the gunslinger equipped in the SFM animation. Hey, it's me. I have a t-shirt now. You can find a link to it in the description. I also now have a secondary channel, so please subscribe to that as well.
Oh,
the suffering in this video was made.
All right, so peep, there's no better time than now for y'all to slide over to my Discord and get acquainted with the fam. This is not a requirement by any means, man. It's just the best way to keep up with us, probably other than Twitter. But yes, so I've been doing this revisiting old games that I used to play a lot. If you haven't watched that, please check that out. Thank you very much. Anyway, shameless plug. I'm doing one for Team Fortress, and I'm planning on making that the biggest one possible. All right, this game has done a lot for me. I want to make this video huge, and I want to include as much of you guys as I possibly can. With that being said, hit me up on Discord. Let me know that you are interested in being in the Team Fortress videos. There will be some updates coming out within 1 week from the release of this video, at least. Okay, I need you guys to tap in the Discord if you want to be a part of it. I love you guys. Team Fortress, I love you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Discord link in the description.